Welcome back. Time to shine. The LA Dodgers have a chance to go to the World Series tonight. And joining us right now in studio, legendary broadcaster and noted Dodger fan, the great Larry King. Larry, welcome to Time to Shine.
Hi, sounds like you're doing a play-by-play here.
Pretty good, right?
Time to shine. Shine Stadium, Yankee Stadium, traffic going around. Very impressive. Got basketball on the roof.
I mean, how great is this? Everyone always comments, I mean, how awesome this is. What a backdrop,
right? You know
right?
what's missing?
What's missing?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse?
There ought to be lacrosse here.
Lacrosse?
I don't know why I said that.
Why lacrosse?
I just have a feeling lacrosse.
You like lacrosse?
I never played it. Jim Brown told me it was more fun than football. He also told me that if they paid big money in lacrosse, he'd have played lacrosse over football. That it was harder than football and much more volatile physically.
Of course, he was a star at Syracuse, my alma mater.
And they changed the lacrosse rule because of him on the size of the basket.
That is true. Now, we're excited to have you on the show for a lot of reasons, and you obviously are a huge Dodger fan.
Since infancy at Ebbets Field.
That's right. And LA is 6-1 this postseason. Lost last night. So I'm not worried about it. Were you concerned at all about the Dodgers in September when all of a sudden they couldn't win a game? I
was not concerned that they would not be in the playoffs or not win the West, because although the West had two pretty good teams this year in Arizona and Colorado who both made it. But I got a little concerned. But I have a great faith in Dave Roberts, who's one of the best managers I've ever seen at handling a ball club and a pitching staff. I was a little concerned going into the playoffs. I was worried about Arizona, but we handled them so well. And they only team, baseball, you can't have a game plan. To me, you have a game plan. The other guy pitches a shutout.
Right.
What's the gaming? But the Dodgers had a game plan, which was take pitches and don't swing at Greinke's slider. Greinke's slider is a ball. It's always a ball. I knew Greinke used to. It's a ball. And you want to swing. They didn't swing. Wow. So he had a lot of 3-2 counts. He had to come in with pitches. They hit Greinke pretty good. And they're a patient team. It killed me last night because I wanted to win it in 4. You know, I mean, I got tickets. I sit in the press box for the playoffs. It would be nice to go Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to go. I'll be back in L.A. I do not want to go Saturday. I want them to win tonight. Well, we got a tough go tonight, though, because Kershaw is really not 100%. Not 100% physically? No, he had that bad back, and a back is a tough thing. I've never had a really bad backache, but I can imagine that you never lick a bad back. You go through it, there's surgery, I don't know. For example, I do not think he's going to go anywhere after his free agent year next year. You think he's going to stay in L.A.? Why? He's got too much money? I don't think he'll get that kind of offers. I don't think he's ever the pitcher he was. He's still a great pitcher. Could win the Cy Young. Had the most wins, best ERA. Playoffs don't count. It's going to be a tough game. I do think the playoffs count when you look at his legacy, because I think he has been such a dynamite pitcher. So unbelievable. There's always that one but for Clayton Kershaw. What about the 7th inning? You know, through 6 innings, his ERA is 1.9. Right. What happens in the 7th inning? Third time through? Do you believe it's mental? Yes. Come playoff time, which is why, and tell me if you think this is exaggeration or hyperbole, I think tonight's Clayton Kershaw, the ability to pitch the LA Dodgers to the World Series, he's pitching for his legacy. Is that fair? Fair. And they're throwing who? The Cubs, a left-hander they got. Lester? No. Oh, they're throwing Quintana. No. They're throwing Quintana. Oh, Quintana, yeah. The guy that Theo picked up in the trade. Yeah. Pretty sharp. So do you think they have the advantage tonight? Well, let's put it, let's be honest. Dodgers are a better team. Absolutely. Not even close. They're a better team. Bryant's not hitting. Rizzo's. The rest of the lineup doesn't scare me. How that guy hit 2 homers last night. Myers was 0 for 20 coming in. Yeah. I think that was a fluke last night. Yeah, it was. Plasky had a great article today in the LA Times. There was no hugging? There was no grabbing each other, no congratulations? What the hell is going on? We're not supposed to lose these games. We win those games. But I'll tell you this. The last out, that double play, that ball was hit 100 miles an hour. Left or right, it's a double up the middle. So baseball, you know, is a game of inches, and it was inches last night.
Well, it's interesting. I say legacy. You agree with me, pitching for his legacy. I think he is going to win tonight. I'm picking Kershaw. I'm picking the Dodgers. Originally picked them in 6. I think they're going to win tonight. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Not going back to L.A.
How can you pick one baseball game? I find that the hardest thing in sport is to pick one baseball. Look, I'm football. I'm 0-6 this year. But well, no, pick for example.
Who do you trust tonight? Do you trust Kershaw or Quintana?
Well, on head and lifetime, I got to say Kershaw's. Koufax, Sandy Koufax, we went to high school together. Well, I was 2 years ahead of him. We went to Lafayette. But Koufax last summer said that Kershaw's better than him.
Wait, hold on for a second, because I've said forever that Kershaw's my generation's Sandy Koufax.
But
You're telling me Sandy Koufax told you?
Said, no, not tell me. He told a friend, and the friend told me, so it's secondhand.
Okay.
But what he said, Kershaw has more pitches.
Wow.
You know, Sandy had a curveball, great fastball, great curveball, average changeup, no slider. He didn't throw a slider. Kershaw has an incredible slider. But our best pitcher is not Kershaw.
Who is it?
It's Yu Darvish.
Wow. He's been lights out in the playoffs.
He's got 8 pitches. I don't know how to catch a consignment. He's also a great guy.
Yu Darvish?
I think they're going to sign him. I think he's a free agent, but he loves L.A. Good Japanese community there, and likes the West Coast, and they like him. He's going to get anything he wants, right?
Absolutely. What would a Dodgers-Yankees World Series mean to baseball? What would it mean to Larry King?
Well, it would bring me back here next week. And
in studio? All right, fine.
I'll come back.
Sure.
But I will tell you something. My friend Herbie's here, lifelong Yankee fan. We will lose. We will lose because the Yankees are owned by God, managed by Moses. The Yankees are, to me, the luckiest team in the history of sport.
Luckiest team in the history of sports?
Lucky, they're lucky.
Lucky?
The ball bounces right for them. Things like Minnesota comes in to play Yankee Stadium, they give up. Why even play? They give up. Houston comes in. Houston's a better team.
I would agree with that.
Lose 3 straight.
But the Yankees have outplayed them. The bullpen's better. More depth when you look at the rotation.
Okay. So
lineup's clutch.
How can you, Adam Schein, the Shine on Sports, the leader of all sports talk, the best talk show in the history, this show today was the best show ever done.
That's right.
As I call him, Adam Pompous Schein. How he can pick one. Tell me how the Dodgers will win tonight. Tell me how. Yeah, but how? What will the score
7
be?
innings. Clayton Kershaw dominates. Jansen lights out.
Yeah, Jansen's the best.
Lights out. I believe that Bellinger's going to hit a home run tonight.
Hit one last night.
Hit one last night. How about every single night a new hero for the Dodgers? And I'll tell you who I'm obsessed with, who I love. And I got to see him in New York, and the Mets did not treat him well. Justin Turner. I mean, I knew the other night, not that I knew he was going to hit a bomb. Once they walked Puig and Turner stepped into the batter's box, I knew the L.A. Dodgers were going to win that game.
I said something the other day on my Twitter feed. You look up baseball player in the dictionary, you get a picture of Justin Turner.
Yeah.
He's the most popular guy on the team. He's a sweetheart. He's funny. He is the heart of the club. And Puig has become the second heart this year. Puig. They were going to trade him. They ain't going to trade him now.
Well,
unless we get, you know, Stanton.
You think the Dodgers will get Stanton?
Well, I don't think they want to pay him, the Jeter Group. And I think that they would probably ask for Puig, and I think the Dodgers will keep Puig.
You were ahead of the curve on the Chargers having 0 fan base.
I told you that.
You told me that. How did you know that? And does anyone care about the Chargers?
No, not in L.A.
No.
First of all, San Diego's a great town and a good town, and they should have got together on a stadium. San Diego should have a football team.
I agree.
They have the great baseball stadium. They're a great town and a beautiful city. They should have a team. There's no root for them in a day. Now, the Rams are better.
Yep.
They were here before. They have a culture history. Their uniforms are familiar. They're building a new stadium where the Chargers are going to be renting.
Crazy.
They made a mistake. Can they go back?
They might. They might have to. No one's showing up at the games.
How's
You're right.
Oakland going to do in Las Vegas?
I think they're going to do well. I think they'll be rock stars.
How about the Las Vegas hockey team?
Yeah.
Well, they lost one game.
I think they're gonna make a dent in Vegas. I think Vegas is a really great sports town.
They've sold out every game. So.
Absolutely. Give me, in your incredible career, the best sports interview you've ever done, and the one athlete, maybe playing today, that you always wanted to sit down with, and you never got a chance to talk to.
Okay, the best athlete I ever interviewed was Muhammad Ali, and I've done him many times. And the one athlete I wanted to interview and never got was Ted Williams.
Wow.
Because I loved his attitude and I loved the way he played. I interviewed Musial many times, but Musial was one of those guys that, you know, he's flowery, and the best thrill in his life was putting on a uniform. But there's a great Musial story, which you'll appreciate, Adam. Baseball's a game of confidence. I was interviewing Wally Westlake, a player from years ago, who was a teammate of Stan Musial. So I said, we're talking about confidence as a baseball player. And Westlake says, last summer, before a game, I got up in the morning and the shower was perfect. Breakfast was fantastic. Beautiful, clear day. I drove in. I hit 5 home runs in batting practice. And I went over to Stan in the dugout and I said, Stan, I feel fantastic. Today is my day. How do you feel? And Stan said, every day.
Wow. That's a great story. Now, you were super confident, before we let you go, in your NFL picks, you were on fire list.
Bad year.
Now, you tweeted that, to your 3 million followers, I might add, that you were going to give your pick on the show tonight, your best bet. You're 0 for 6. Who is Larry King's best bet of the week in the NFL?
Okay. Now, the tip for your vast fans, go the opposite way. Because if you've gone the opposite way, you've made a fortune this year. Normally, every year I've batted 800. One year I was on a roll. I was like 16-0.
Wow.
But my pick this week is your New York Jets.
Really?
3.5-point underdogs in sunny South Florida. Jets always play Miami tough. Miami's good, but not really good. And the Jets are surprisingly better than thought. Jets take the 3.5. Good luck, faithful followers. Now they're running to bet the Dolphins.
Larry, you're the best. We appreciate the time on Time to Shine.
Love being with you. I'll call you on the radio.
Thank you.
Or as Bob and Ray used to say, I'll see you on the radio.
That's right. And then you'll be back next week on Time to Shine for Yankees Dodgers.